If you want to meet someone who takes crap from nobody, then let me introduce you to Tabatha Coffee. She is allergic to drama but somehow made a living surrounding herself deep in it. Tabitha is a fantastic hairstylist with a lot of achievements to back her up. But back in the late 2000s, she had this reality show called Tabatha Takes Over, where she would help struggling hair salon owners and try to save their businesses. But every time Tabitha made herself present, the owners had a conflict in their minds. Imagine an outsider telling you everything you are doing wrong in your business that you opened with so much love and care. You might have to swallow a gigantic pill you don't want to take, but the insight Tabitha gives to the owners is precious, and some took the advice and saved their company, even branching out. But others were so out of touch with reality that they thought Tabitha was gonna help with everything without them moving a finger. Ungrateful owners that had a successful business in their hands, filled with people ready to do a fantastic job, and now, with Tabitha's wisdom, but still, they managed to screw everybody over, even themselves. As in every video, the links are going to be in the description so you can check them out, unadulterated by my opinion. And don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like, it really helps. On February 28 of 2012, Tabatha Takes Over presented Minnesota's H Design, a salon that was quickly going under because of a clueless owner and broken management. Bryan is a seasoned stockbroker that thought it was a fantastic business opportunity to buy an out-of-business salon located in his dad's building, with no hair experience. The staff hated him because Bryan saw the salon as another cash grab. He thought because people needed to cut their hair and color it, his salon was going to be a major success in no time. But that didn't happen, and because he made no effort to create a bond with his staff, there was a massive walkout. This means all of his staff quit on the spot and left him high and dry. You will think that event made him change his ways, but no. He doesn't even know why they all left. Bryan doesn't care about meeting his staff, learning about the hair business, or being there to see and manage his employees. So there's another potential walkout in common. Enters Tabitha.
Bryan doesn't know how to communicate with really anybody.
Daily I see Bryan maybe 30 minutes as he's in and out the door.
Bryan is the guy upstairs.
We have so many effed up situations. As a manager, I don't even know what to do.
What else is new?
In the interview about the overall business, Bryan tells Tabitha he's bleeding money, between $8,000 to $10,000 a month on the negative. Not to mention, he owes his dad $160,000+. By the way, he was not the one who called the show. It was his two managers, which means even with all that money being lost every month, Bryan refused to ask for help. How bizarre.
Do you know what your retention rate is in your salon?
I do not.
Can you tell me how many clients you do in a day? Can you tell me the breakdown of what services are color services?
The percentages right now, no, I cannot.
Why? You're a numbers guy. You should know your numbers.
I haven't dove into it like I should.
Oh, I love that excuse. I've not gone into it yet.
This dude knows nothing about his business, but it's not just Bryan the problem. Imagine, you are a client in H Design. You go inside and you are greeted by a ditzy receptionist who will probably leave and forget about your existence. Luckily, a hairstylist spots you and finally cuts your hair. But before he finishes, he tells you he's happy there were no holes in your haircut today. That is reassuring. You can hear other stylists bitching about the owner's stingy pockets and how they have to buy products with their own money. This is not the salon experience you were expecting, so you try to talk to the floor manager, but you can't because she's at the gym right now and the owner is clueless in his office where he never comes out again. That's a lie. He will, but only to take the money from the register. No acknowledgement to the stylist or the clients.
I saw you walk in, you didn't acknowledge your staff. You didn't say hi, nothing. So tell me, how many staff do you have in total?
I believe there's 20 or 22 staff right now.
I believe. You
Yeah,
can't
I
give me a
can't-
definitive number on how many bloody staff you have in your salon.
But I have to sit in front of my spreadsheet.
But your spreadsheet, because you can't tell me your retention rate. You can't tell me how many clients you're coming in a day. You don't know much about your staff.
I don't know what to say to you.
You don't know anything.
Tabitha goes inside the salon to do a check-in, and we all find out, including Bryan, that it's disgustingly dirty and it all looks makeshift. Nobody cares about their stations or the salon's image because the owner is just the same. The next morning, Tabitha has an interview with the staff where they have a lot to say about Bryan and the salon.
I want you guys to tell me about Bryan.
He's a tool.
God damn.
He could stand right there in the front door and he'd be the first person that you see when you walk into the salon and he will say nothing to you.
When it comes to running a salon and stuff, he's a little bit clueless.
Yeah, he doesn't know the fundamentals of actually the salon business. He just knows the money business.
And we also have to pay for the color every service. And the color is actually only, $7.50 a tube, and we get charged $10 per 1 ounce of color mixture.
So Bryan is actually making money on selling you products.
Yes.
Yes.
What an interesting way to put it, Tabitha. It kind of sounds like a pyramid scheme, don't you think? That will be the reason why Bryan doesn't care about the overall business but was hurt when he had a walkout. That's where he earned the money. It's the staff. The staff is the business. But still, to gain money through the staff, there needs to be money flowing in the salon, which is not. So wherever angle you see it, Bryan is an idiot. The staff also broke down how the two managers exist, but not really because Bryan doesn't let them do their job.
Does Bryan not give you the authority to be able to manage?
If he gives us the authority, it's on our dollars.
We just keep kind of praying and hoping that it'll get better, but we have a lot of change to do too ourselves. I have the passion and I have the drive and I have the will, but as a manager, I feel defeated because there's nobody giving Lisa and I the authority to go ahead and run it the way that we would think would be best. So I just go out to the gym.
That is the most f***ed up thing I've ever heard.
This makes no sense to me why an owner who knows nothing about the business he's in doesn't let their managers, clearly professionals in their field, do their job. It will only benefit him and the salon, but what a great segue to talk about the walkout.
Bryan told me that he doesn't know why they left.
Oh.
So I would want to know why.
If you wanted to know, you could go around the corner.
Yeah, they opened the salon right around the corner.
And they all went to the same salon.
Filled the salon, and it was fully staffed.
How many of you guys have thought about walking out? Wow, that was pretty much every hand.
To see the H Design staff that had left was difficult. Some of them I wouldn't have the time of day for.
We would wish that you could have trusted your team because cumulatively we had so much experience to offer you.
And it was just kind of a wall that you weren't open to hearing.
So Bryan was just the same to these people as the ones working for him now. Impressive.
I was in your corner, always. I came to work and somebody else was there in my position and all of my pictures and supplies were gone. So what I hope from this is that you'll really take this gift, even though you hurt me.
You can't not respond to this woman. I don't like hugging, and I want to go and hug her.
This woman was so passionate about the salon and working for Bryan, she was blindsided when she was let go. No reasons given. And you can see Bryan without any emotion on his face.
It shouldn't have happened that way. I mean, there should have been more communication on my end to you. I'm apologizing right now. I understand business. I am just not used to working with emotional people, and that's been a stumbling block for me.
Well, the makeover happened. The stylists were ready and the salon looked brand new. Everyone's spirits were up. But where's the owner?
Where is Bryan, by the way?
He's upstairs.
Bryan's upstairs in his office?
Yeah.
And the receptionist?
I'm here to see Angel. Angel, have a seat right up here. Thanks.
Okay, do you normally ask clients their name? People like to be greeted by name. Okay. Have you been asking clients to rebook?
No, we don't usually ask them, but I can definitely add that into my, script.
Elisa is a complete airhead.
The managers want her out, but Bryan wants to keep her. The reason?
She's a professional dancer, so. But that's why I kept her.
I think we have to give it a 2-week trial. And if that doesn't go, it's time to move on.
Okay. Tabitha learned this, and in her final thoughts, she told Bryan what the f*** is he thinking.
I would fire her. She may be pretty, but you need someone that can run a front desk.
I'm not hiring models here. I'm hiring productive people. I don't keep her around because she's pretty. I mean, it's bull. That ticked me off.
This person's bad. We need to do something about it.
Right.
Is why they have the perception that you're keeping her around for the wrong reasons.
I need to communicate more with these people.
You say it all the time.
What is
These people. I find it highly annoying.
He sees the staff as another client in his broker job. I've heard that CEOs and people that manage numbers or a lot of employees tend to be cold and calculated. And here is a clear example of one of them.
When I first walked in here, I thought you were a real dickhead.
Wow.
And I walked out thinking, like, honestly, why are they staying? And I want their opinion to have changed, because if it doesn't, they will walk out on you.
Those were Tabitha's last thoughts about H Design and Bryan's ownership. She left with 2 managers eager to do their jobs, a staff that was pumped to receive more education, and a beautiful-looking salon. She returned about a month later to see if they implemented her ideas.
What's going on in here?
A lot of mess. We all really wanted to work as a staff, but he didn't care. I feel bad that you came and wasted your time.
Bryan is listening only to what he wants to hear. And no one wants to be here anymore.
If you even did a little bit right, would I be back here 6 weeks later listening to a staff that tell me they're miserable? Nothing's changed, you haven't changed, and quite frankly, it was a waste of my time coming here 6 weeks ago.
Bryan sucks in business. He had every tool to succeed, but he ruined it. Oh, that reminds me of something.
Is Bryan any different?
I don't believe that Bryan has changed at all.
He's trying to charge us for the things that you gave us.
Like the blow dryers and the
Yeah.
flat irons?
The gifts. He says that they're his.
Wow, I'm sorry.
So there is a new walkout incoming. No surprise there. Update on H Design, it did not survive. Bryan is such an idiot and incredibly antisocial. He just had to bond with the staff a little bit more and trust they were going to do their jobs. He couldn't do it. I don't know how his stockbroker business is doing. I assume just fine. There are no emotions needed in that job. But I can tell you the disappointment his dad must have had when learning the salon his son bought and was in debt with him for more than $160,000 is gone. Must have been quite a family dinner that day. I hope Bryan paid his family back, and next time doing business, let people do their job. Or I will do you one better, Bryan. Just stick to what you know. Before you leave, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it or a thumbs down if you didn't, and tell me why in the comments. And now that you're here, subscribe to the channel. You are more than welcome here. Thank you for watching.